I'm Carol Lander with the Nicholson Clinic. Today we're going to be preparing herb breaded chicken breasts with a creamy mustard sauce. This is a dish where we're going to bake the chicken breasts. We've already prepared them and portioned the chicken breasts. So here's what we do first. We're going to take a little bit of arrowroot. Arrowroot would be similar to cornstarch. However, it is ground from a tropical tuber, and it has far less starch than cornstarch, but twice the thickening power. So we're going to take about 1.5 tablespoons, and we're going to put just a little bit of chicken stock in there to make what we call a slurry. And you can do this in a glass jar or any kind of container and just shake it really well. And that's going to be our thickener for our sauce. Then we're going to take, to make our sauce, the rest of our chicken stock. This is low sodium, fat-free chicken stock. Okay, we're going to bring that to a boil and reduce it. Okay, now in the meantime, we are going to take our chicken breast, and the first thing we're going to do is using some buttermilk. We're going to use, you can use pie plates, you can use cake pans, whatever kind of shallow dish you have. So here we have the buttermilk. What we have here is a combination of cornmeal and crushed corn flakes, just plain corn flakes, and some herbs. We have parsley, and I have tarragon that I've chopped up. There's not too much, but enough to give it some good taste. Here we've got basil. I wanted to show you how to prepare basil. You take the leaves off. I always compare these sort of to tobacco, and you want to stack them. Basil has wonderful flavor. The tarragon, the parsley, and the basil together just make the chicken breast taste so good. So I have stacked my basil, and I roll it up almost like a cigar. And then I just slice it into what we call rags. This technique is called chiffonade, and it means in French rags. And then I just don't like that. We're going to bake this on a rack on a half sheet pan. Okay. And I can see that my broth is reducing. So basically, I'm going to take 1 portion of chicken breast, dip it in the buttermilk, and I'll go ahead and put several in. Actually, we need 1 per portion. Buttermilk is a wonderful flavor enhancer and tenderizer for chicken. So I'm going to take my chicken breasts and just dredge them in the cornmeal, cornflake, herb mixture. So even though we say breaded, there's no bread, okay? And you always want to shake off any excess, okay? And we're just going to put those on our rack. We use a rack rather than putting them directly on the sheet pan so that they'll get more heat and they'll cook more evenly. Did you know that you could have a breaded chicken breast and it would be healthy? So we are going to put this in a preheated 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Okay? For our creamy mustard sauce to go with our herb breaded chicken breast, I have chicken stock. It's low fat, low sodium that we've reduced. I'm going to add our slurry that we made. This is what's going to thicken it. So even though it says creamy, there's no cream. I'm going to stir that. I'm going to turn this down to about medium-low, and you can already see how thick it's gotten. Okay. Okay. We are going to add a little bit of fat-free evaporated milk. And I'm using the whisk because it's the best tool to really incorporate and make a nice smooth sauce. Okay. Then we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And stir that, whisk that in. And then once it's totally blended, we'll just put it on low and let it sit until our chicken is ready. Okay, let's go check our herb breaded chicken. Smells delicious. You can check that a chicken breast is done by touching it, and when it's firm, you know it's done. Okay? To serve this, we're going to use tongs, and we're going to put one portion on our plate. This is our creamy mustard sauce. It's delicious. And we're going to use about 2 tablespoons of sauce with each serving. And there we have herb breaded chicken breast with creamy mustard sauce.